Trump's military parade rolled through D.C. over the weekend, but the bleachers looked mostly empty. He called it a tremendous success. However, the optics told a different story. The real energy was in over 2,000 cities where no King's Day protest popped off. Most protests stayed peaceful, but in Salt Lake City, a man was killed where someone pulled an AR-style rifle near the crowd. A peacekeeper fired back, and police arrested 24-year-old Arturo Gamboa. In Virginia, a man drove into demonstrators, and L.A. saw clashes with police. Last week, L.A. saw over 500 arrests during protests, and Trump is doubling down.
So the protesters, if we didn't have the National Guard on call and ready, they would rip Los Angeles apart.
So now Trump, I did not mean that. That was a Freudian slip. Trump is ramping up ICE raids using, quote, every resource possible to target cities he calls Democrat strongholds like L.A., Chicago, and New York. In other news, if swearing was an Olympic sport, the U.S. would snatch the gold. A new study says American online users drop more profanity than any other English-speaking country. Researchers combed through 1.7 billion words across websites and blogs, and we are the reigning champs of colorful language. The UK and Australia follow, but nobody's out cussing the States. The study also showed how different cultures add their own spice to swear words. East Coasters tend to keep it blunt and sarcastic, while those of us in the South might wrap an F-bomb with something like, bless your heart and a smile.
Come on now.
Yes, for info on these stories and more.
Cuss in the South.
Nobody do it better than black people.
Yes.
And we use all syllables.
Every last one. Go to RickySmileyMorningShow.com. Now here's a look at sports.
Rock T, the sports genius, is in the building.
Shalom, ladies and gentlemen. All right, NBA Finals Game 5 is going down tonight. Indiana Pacers, Oklahoma City Thunder series is tied up at 2 games apiece. They're going to be back in OKC, so tune in. The tip-off is going down. Ice Cube's Big 3 League tipped off also, and head coach of the DMV Trilogy team, also former NBA player Steven Jackson, had to get some things off his chest after his team lost their season opener.
All kind of shit. And when somebody want to fight, they want somebody to grab them. Same ass niggas be at the hotel begging me for shit. Now y'all want to show out in front of these people. One of you get burned with me. I'm not these niggas. Google me, bitch. I will burn one of you.
Oh my God.
Well, what happened, Rock? I saw that.
Yeah, man. I still don't know all the details, but obviously there was some trash, and it was a little bit of shoving and stuff on the court. And then, when you start talking the trash, you start getting a little bit more personal with it. Steven is like, look, I'm not that average dude. So, be careful what you say now, which about me and mine and all that. So I'm going to get a little bit more information to get all the details of what started all that. But because of the podcasting world nowadays, it's dope because a lot of these athletes are sharing a lot of these old stories. Indiana Pacer star Jermaine O'Neal from back in the day shared a story about when the Pacers and the Detroit Pistons got into a brawl, and he went to court to defend himself and clean his name up, but the NBA and the Pacers didn't have his back.
It was unfortunate because it was on national television. Once everything really transpired, bro, I'm just kind of standing and I'm looking like, what in the hell? They just jump across like seats. Next thing you know, everybody's on the court. And I'm looking around, there ain't no security. Next thing you know, you got a dude jump around my neck. Nobody never, ever saw this. I see Anthony Johnson trying to get up and I run over there and I slip. But I hit him because now he's trying to bring harm to my homeboy, my teammate. I went to federal court in New York City. Went through appeals process, and the judge said I had every right to do what I did. Here's where I was hurt. We show up every day to these teams. Like, they left me out there to dry, bro. The NBA was one thing, and then the Pacers. I was hurt, bro. Like, suit up for me like I suit up for you.
Yeah, man.
I agree with that.
Come on, dog.
I agree with that.
Yes, sir. Absolutely 100%. So that's my
and they should make it right. You know what I mean?
You got to. A lot of these athletes are starting to come out and speak about a lot of stuff, man, that happens behind the scenes. So we'll keep.
Yeah, you have to go out there and defend your name.
Absolutely. That's all you got.
Like I was gonna do today, but I said I wasn't gonna bother the morning hustle today. Give a break. Look at everybody.
Yeah. So Brad, go ahead, Brad.
I have to defend my name.